The Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game has over 10,000 unique cards for players to collect, trade, and construct their own personal decks. But what would happen if players only had access to the bare minimum? In this series, both TheRJB0 and myself will each open a very select amount of sealed product. Once we open that product, we must build a deck using only those specific cards pulled, that's it. And at the end of each episode, we discard the entirety of our pulls to the graveyard and start from scratch with a new product. Every card counts. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed Showdown. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMOOOOO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content. I just want to forget that last episode even happened. That was a disaster. And so thankfully we're moving on to the 2006 tins, as a matter of fact. These have a special place in my heart because this was, I believe, my first access to Cyber Dragon, as well as it was for a lot of people, because Cyber Dragon super rares are about 20 to 30 bucks, and this was the first official reprint for Cyber Dragon. Coming in at a tin, it was guaranteed, and it actually came at a very appealing secret rare on top of that. I didn't know these tins actually came in two separate waves, but we're going to be doing all of them. So wave 1 actually comes with 2 Cybernetic Revolution, 1 Elemental Energy, 1 Shadow of Infinity, and 1 Enemy of Justice, while the second wave came with 1 of each Cybernetic Revolution, Elemental Energy, Shadow of Infinity, Enemy of Justice, and unfortunately, Power of the Duelist. Thankfully, there's only going to be 3 of these packs, but I think there's actually the most of Cybernetic Revolution, so we've got 30 packs to crack. I think, all things considered, a lot of these sets were pretty bad, but in totality, they may actually be a little bit more interesting than just the individual packs themselves. So 30 packs to crack. Let's go ahead and flip up pack number 1. Nothing too great at the start here. Oh, great. Soitsu's back for revenge again. Fantastic. I would love to see another Cyber Dragon out of these 9 packs. Well, we've seen Conscription actually do some work before, as well as Gyroid. Dimension Wall's okay, but we're gonna have to do better than this. Steam Gyroid could be very viable, considering that both Steamroid and Gyroid are playable monsters. We would have to play Polymerization, and there's not a ton of removal in these sets, so we'll have to think about it. I say that as I got System Down in the last pack, and whoa, there's a big hit. Cyber Twin Dragon. Oh my god. If we pull a Cyber Dragon in the next 5 packs, we could actually maybe play this. And Power of the Duelist has Future Fusion. Oh shit. Well, there's an ultra rare, but sadly it is probably one of the worst ones. It is Wing Karibo level 10. This is not the Duelist pack Jaden episode, so this is probably not going to be on the table. All right, so last pack of Cybernetic Revolution. We got some neat pulls, but nothing too crazy. System Down in the close is okay. That's at least removal if Robert decides to go heavy on machines. Another Lele and Aelin is also a strategy potentially as well. Since we got Kurogane, that is more viable. We've got Elemental Energy next, so let's get cracking.
Wow, that was a... That was a match. Oh, the GX nonsense continues though, and today we get to actually have a little bit of the real GX experience. Rather than just playing with individual unplayable sets, we're going to play with a conglomeration of unplayable sets. Today we are opening the 2006 collectible tins, and I'm gonna let Alex tell you about that. Let's get into the custom draft for this absolute nonsense of an episode. Let's get to it. How can we start this off? Let's start with a Spiritual Water Art Owie. We're starting off with our Cybernetic Revolution packs and a Drillroid. 2 very, very good cards in this format. Protective Soul Island is kinda cope. If we got a Lele, I'd be very happy though. Let's open pack number 2 of 9. Magical Explosion, an excellent rare. Steamroid and Lele, however, are excellent cards to get. Pack number 3 of Cybernetic Revolution, a Miracle Fusion is real interesting. Miracle Fusion is definitely an interesting one. If we get an elemental hero with a decent number of attack points, I will definitely consider it. Another Lele and another Steamroid, however, are awesome. Steam Gyroid also potentially pretty cool depending on what else we pull here. We have 2 Wind Arts so far as We also have 2 Water Arts and a 3rd Steamroid. Glad to have that playset. That's sick. This opening is going great so far. Unironically, Jerry Beansman may be one of the best attack point deliverers that we have available to us too. But we'll see from Elemental Energy. Bubble Man. Bubble Man is pretty cute. That's a pretty sick pull. As well as another Steamroid, another Drillroid, and another Lele. We definitely have our playset of all of those now, which is great. Next pack, another Bubble Man. Excellent. As well as a Jetroid and a Steamroid. I hope that in our last 3 packs we can get some Gyroids. That'll really bring this together. But Jetroid is pretty cool. It's got 1800 defense, another spiritual water art as well. There's another Jetroid. Still no Gyroids is a little awkward, but you know, Steamroid is the better of the 2, I think. Mechanical Hound is a potentially good payoff for tribute summoning things, especially if we happen to get a Mausoleum of the Emperor out of Power of the Duelist. Other than that, not much to write home about here. DDM, excellent, and a BES Crystal Core. Of the BES cards, I don't know if this is one of the better ones. Let's get started with Elemental Energy, shall we?
All right, so this time we only have 6 packs, and it is Elemental Energy, so my expectations aren't too high. I think Cybernetic Revolution may have been like the top end here. Enemy of Justice is also okay, but let's see what we get in pack number 1. The Gateway to Dark World is strong if we can pull like a Silva. That would be very nice to see. Oh, let's go. Ultimate Rare Chthonian Blast. We can't pull it in the Elemental Energy episode, but we got it right here. Happy to see it. So last pack of Elemental Energy, we've gotten some okay cards out of here, actually. There are some pretty decent beaters in like the 16 to 1800 department, and we may have actually gotten the materials for VW Catapult. So that's pretty nice. That's a Dark World rare, but it's not a tribute summonable one, so that's pretty sad. We might just play that anyway, though, because it's Monster Reborn for an 1800. Seems pretty good. Enemy of Justice is up next.
Pack number 1. King's Knight is not the greatest rare, however, a familiar possessed Asa is pretty good, as is Gateway to Dark World. If we can get 3 of this and a couple of decent Dark Worlds, then I am in very, very good shape for that. Hero Barrier, not the best. The Forces of Darkness is acceptable. There is a Wing Catapult and a VW Tiger Catapult, which could potentially be usable, and a V Tiger Jet. Excellent. Feather Shot. Okay. We've also got Dark World Lightning, though, which is unironically a very, very good card, and another Asa. Pack number 4 of Elemental Energy, Water Dragon. Oh, that's a hollow, isn't it? Not a lot else to talk about here. We did get another win, and here is a Zur. Again, if I can get more Gateway, then that card is definitely going to be relevant. Next pack, there's a gold. Okay, if I can get another Dark World Lightning, I will certainly consider running this card. And last pack of Elemental Energy. Let's see what we got. Level Limit Area B, or Area A, the opposite, not great, but Dark World Lightning is definitely a good one to see. I think I only got 1 Gateway, but I think 1 Gateway, 1 gold is still pretty decent. Overall, I'd say acceptable from Elemental Energy, which is, you know, a lot to expect from Elemental Energy.
So Enemy of Justice actually had some fairly decent cards in it, if I recall, so I'm actually excited to see what we get here. This isn't exactly what I was hoping to see. We did get a Grand Convergence. We need a copy of Macrocosmos to enable this, and even if we just get 1 and 1, we'll probably play it because this is a board wipe in our format, which is just unheard of. Holy shit. We got the FTK. We got Clock Tower Prison. We didn't get to show off how good this was because neither of us pulled it. Oh my god. Once per turn during your opponent's standby phase, place a clock counter on this card. While there are 4 more clock counters on this card, you do not take any battle damage. This card, if Robert has no spell and trap removal, we automatically win the game. We are 100% playing this. I should also point out, a force back into Grand Convergence is also pretty good, especially if we get just 1 macro. That means we have 2 board wipes. Cyber Gymnast is another monster I wanted to see out of this set because it is removal, and removal in GX sets is very few and far between, but more importantly, speaking of removal, there is Macro Cosmos. That means our Grand Convergences are now online. We're gonna have a lot of good cards going into this episode. All right, I've been staring at this for about 5 minutes, hoping it's actually gonna load, and it doesn't look like it's going to, so I think we're gonna have to dip out here and try to finish our pack opening in a second set of clips here. So be right back. All right, so we're back. Here's our last pack of Enemy of Justice because we couldn't get the damn thing to load, but let's flip it up and see. Phoenix Enforcer's kind of sick, but I don't think it's gonna be good enough for this episode. Banisher's also okay. Next up is 3 packs of Power of the Duelist. That's 3 too many.
All right, we are about halfway through. We are now on to Shadow of Infinity. Let's see if we can get some real good bugs. that is a bug. Anteater Eating Ant is pretty decent. I'll definitely be considering that one, as is Miracle Kids if we can get the hero kids we need for it. A Damage Condenser, just about the best card we could have gotten out of the set. Very, very good. Tenkabito Shien, also pretty decent, as is Symbols of Heritage. I'm not sure how many 3Fs we're going to be getting, but if there are a decent number of 3Fs, this card's pretty solid. Anteater Eating Ant is a pretty solid one. I'm a little concerned at the lack of Saber Beetles I've seen. That card's going to be really, really important this set. Really, we're really in on those Cyber Dragons. Generation Shift is also a cool one, and Sandmoth is a 2K defender, so I'll take it. There's also a Hero Kid. I don't know if I've gotten another already. We'll see. But if I get 3 Hero Kid, 3 Miracle Kids, I'll definitely consider running that. Last pack of Shadow Infinity. Let's see if we can get anything crazy. Doom Dozer is pretty solid. I don't know if I have the insects to facilitate it, but that card's real good. Let's get to the best set of the episode, Enemy of Justice.
Shadow of Infinity has some okay cards, but I think it's definitely the lower end. And I say that, but I just pulled a Karma Cut, so you know what? I'm not complaining.
Majestic Mech Goryu is definitely a payoff for tribute summons. I'm pretty okay with that. H Heated Heart and O Oversoul are also pretty solid, especially if I can get myself a Neos into play. Battery Man D, also pretty decent, as is Necroid Shaman if we're still playing with the rules that we've been playing for the last 2 episodes. Another guard penalty, another Necroid Shaman, and Our Righteous Justice is pretty solid if I'm going to be running heroes and some D-Hero things. Force Pack and Phoenix Enforcer. Yo, Phoenix Enforcer is pretty tight. Definitely glad to see that card. That does mean that I can run Avian and Burstinatrix, which means that I have some other things to get E-Call if I get it, and Our Righteous Justice has more things I can do with it. Cyber Gymnast, also a great pickup here. D-Time, Swift Birdman Joe is okay, and Shattered Axe is probably usable. There's another Cyber Gymnast, that's great to see, and an Icarus attack. If I have access to more Winged Beast monsters, that's going to be solid. I think this is my 2nd H Heated Heart and my 3rd Our Righteous Justice, so if I'm going all in on heroes, I've got some good stuff to work with. I think that's my first Macro Cosmos. I'm hoping that I can get like 2 of this and 2 Grand Convergence. Last pack of Enemy of Justice. What can we get? Life Equalizer, not a great rare, but E Emergency Call is, and Destiny Signal is also solid. Also Bound for Artemis is pretty good. Okay, Enemy of Justice was pretty kind to me. I'm certainly happy with what I got out of that. Finally, our 3 packs of Power of the Duelist. Can we get Neos and Mausoleum of the Emperor? Let's see. There's Sabersaurus, which is not bad. Super Viacroid Jumbo Drill. Did I get the necessary parts for this card? Did I get the necessary parts for this card? Steamroid, got it. Drillroid, got it. Submarine Roid is the last card I need to summon this card. I got 2 more packs, 2 more rares. Let's see if it's coming. Pack number 2. What do we get? Submarine Roid? We have it. We have the combo, folks. We can do it. We can make the Super Viacroid Jumbo Drill. Oh my god. It's almost certainly not worth it. There is so much removal available in this set. I didn't even see Karma Cut, which is available here, but man, would it be great. Wait, can it not be destroyed by card effects? Under Viacroid Connection Zone? Cannot be destroyed by card effects. Karma Cut still does it, but if he doesn't have Karma Cut... All right, last pack. I'm looking for Mausoleum of the Emperor. I'm looking for Elemental Hero Neos. Can we get it? I don't think we did. That's too bad. Okay, I'm not sure what the strat is here, given my pulls. They're certainly interesting. I think normal summons are going to be overall pretty solid for me. I'm definitely going to be siding for Alex to be playing Mausoleum, but we'll see. I think this could be pretty solid. Let's get into deck building.
All right, let's get this over with. Jumbo Drill, I don't think is playable. Mausoleum's pretty good, actually, and I'm avoiding all the alien stuff like the plague. Neospace would have been nice. Well, actually, no, we had Neospace. We didn't have the Flare Scarab. That was the issue. But Defender's okay, but there is removal this set, so it's not as good as it could be. Fearmonger's also not bad if we maybe get a Dasher. And last pack of Power of the Duelist. Happy for this to be over with. Wow, we got the same 2 rares that we got before. We did get Bitelon, which is like a good tribute monster, and Sabersaurus is a body, so that's not bad either. And we are not falling for the bait that is Ambulance Rescue Roid for a 2nd time. Last up, Shadow of Infinity, 6 packs. Let's get into it. Well, you know, I would typically gloss over this pack, but the fact we got Proto Cyber Dragon theoretically means we could make Cyber Twin. I think that is way win more and probably not very good, but it's very funny. Never fails. In the Shadow Infinity episode, I pulled 2 Ravael, and I think Robert pulled a Hammon, and now we just pulled a Uriah. So we have now pulled all 3 Sacred Beasts across 2 episodes. That's insane. And this will be our last pack of the 2006 tin episode. Can it be a good one? Saber Beetle's actually a good tribute monster, so we will take that. Sandmoth's a 2K defender. That's okay. Everything else, could be better. This is unfortunate because now I have to go back and look through my footage to see the other cards that I pulled, but I've got a pretty good idea, so let's get to building.
So here is the list. My monsters were a pretty decent lineup of bread and butter normal summonables, which is great. Normal summonables are going to be the best thing in an episode that has as much removal as this one does. I did not pull that removal. See, in GX, you can basically expect that every spell or trap card you activate is going to be a minus. At best, you will get a 1-for-1, usually when it comes to combat tricks. I pulled none of the cards that provide a minus, but provide a positive on tempo, except for 3 copies of Conscription, which I absolutely have to run because otherwise I am going to be behind on tempo the second that Alex sticks a monster. I think, however, my monsters are going to be good enough to pull me through. Let's go into the deck list. So first of all, we have 1 Sabersaurus and 1 Shure Knight of Darkworld. That combos in with Gateway of Darkworld and Gold Woo Lord of Darkworld. I was running Gold and Gateway, but I wanted 1 additional target for Gateway because Gold you can normal summon it if you draw without Gateway, but Gateway you can't use if you don't have a Darkworld. So I wanted to make sure I had a Darkworld, and this was the best one I was going to get. Next, we have 3 Lele. He is best as a 2300 attack point wall. In my opinion, 2000 defenders are not going to be worth it this time around because Drillroid exists, so I'd rather have a 2300 attack point defender just sitting there and occasionally being able to run over something beefy. Next, we have 3 Steamroids. Speaking of running over beefy things, 1 Cyber Dragon, just the basic best monster that we have available. 2 Cyber Gymnast. This might actually be the dark horse contender for the best card we've gotten in GX so far. Truly incredible, and it can get rid of some of my bad cards in hand that I am inevitably going to draw. Next, we have 3 Familiar Possessed Wind. This is my Familiar Possessed of choice because I am running 3 Spiritual Wind Dart Miabis. I need ways of outing Alex's big monsters because I don't have basic removal and I don't have ins for good big monsters. I figured running Spiritual Wind Dart would be a good way of putting Alex back in tempo. If I can hold a win in hand or get one off of something like Damage Condenser, then I can get rid of big monsters at a clutch moment. Next, we have 2 Drillroid because I'm not sure Alex is going to feel the same way as me about running defenders. 2 Hero Kid to facilitate 2 Miracle Kids. Again, if I can get one of these in the graveyard via Cyber Gymnast, Dark World Lightning, anything like that, Miracle Kids is going to be a combat trick and is going to give me 1-for-1 removal, which is so crucial this time around. I have 1 gold, of course, 1 Anteater Eating Ant. This is for getting rid of the myriad of really solid continuous spell and trap cards that we have available, and to provide a tempo play if we are both on dinky monsters. This also gets rid of Clock Tower Prison, which I otherwise do not have a very good out for. Next, we have 1 Bitemon and 1 Swift Birdman Joe as my other tribute summonables. They are just the best tribute summonables I have, and I figure I should run them in deck just in case he is on Mausoleum of the Emperor, and I can just send them off of one of my discard cards if needs be. Next, we have 2 Dark World Lightning, 2 H-Heated Heart, 1 Gateway to the Dark World, 3 Conscription, 1 Shattered Axe that snuck its way in among the conscriptions. Let's just save that there. And 3 Spiritual Wind Art, 1 Spiritual Earth Art. I honestly would have played more of this if I had more. This card is great for a number of reasons. It can turn a Cyber Gymnast into something like a Lele or a Steamroid. It can tribute off a Hero Kid, putting Miracle Kids into play and also getting me one of my other really good Earth monsters. I think in general, this card is incredible this set. Next, we have the 2 Miracle Kids, 1 Forceback, 1 Arrival Appears, and 1 Damage Condenser for a similar reason. The side deck has 2 things in mind. Number 1, we have the Majestic Mech-Goryu and Elemental Hero Neos. In case Alex is indeed on Mausoleum of the Emperor, I do want to bring these in. Neos has the added benefit of being able to use O over Soul to bring him back, which is pretty sick. Which reminds me, let's take a look at the rest of my side deck. I have no further playable cards, so I might as well go for the absurdity. I have absolute hero fusion cope going on here. We've got 2 Our Righteous Justice to get some value value out of my normal summonable heroes, and also to be able to get rid of things like Clock Tower Prison. 1-0 Oversoul, just because it's a good card. 1-E Emergency Call. If I had bowled more of these, I absolutely would have been playing it. 1 Miracle Fusion for similar reasons. 1 Polymerization. Now, Polymerization is here for 2 reasons. 1, because it allows me to fusion summon more often. But 2, because I'm also signing in 1 Submarine Roid with the potential, the far off chance that I can fusion summon into Super Vehicle and Jumbo Drill. There's no way I am going to bring in this strategy, but it's very, very funny. And, you know, we can dream, can't we? That's really the deck. This is gonna be something. Hopefully I draw into my good monsters and just the right amount of back row. Let's get into game.
You know, I gotta say, even though this is still like a mishmash of some of the worst when it comes to GX, this looks much more competent than the decks we've been piloting in the last few episodes. So I'm kind of excited to see how this one plays out. So let's do the card by card. So we have one of the best cards from Power of the Duelist being Bitelon, which is a 2400 piercer. Brawn is just 1800, but we can bring it back with Gateway to Dark World, so it's sort of like an extra monster we can special summon, which is neat. Cyber Dragon, I mean, it's broken. Cyber Gymnast is removal. So is Doomlord, although the monster does eventually come back. I just want targets to get off of Destiny Signal so I can tribute them over. Speaking of which, we have Fearmonger as well. Fearmonger's kind of sick because if it gets killed, we can just bring back Doomlord, and that way we can actually banish something else, maybe tribute for a big monster, and go from there. We have Drillroid to deal with set defense monsters because there are some high defense monsters in the format. We have a bunch of the 1850s from Elemental Energy, Area, 2 Hita, and a Win. 2 Gyroid, pretty great for being able to stall out so we can get to a tribute. 2 copies of Lele and 2 Protective Soul Island. Now, this is something that Robert tried out in this respective episode. I'm going to give it a shot this time because I think this is pretty strong. 2300 that we can just keep hitting in with, especially paired with Kurogane, I think is not bad. Oxygeddon's just an 1800. Saber Beetle's another 2400 tribute with piercing. And then we also have 3 Sandmoth, a 2k defender, a Swift Birdman Joe. But what's nice about this is that we actually have wind monsters to tribute for this, so we can actually get that giant Trunade sort of effect, which may be relevant. We have a Sabersaurus as a beater and a Zur Knight of Dark World to pair with our Gateway to Dark World. Then for the spells, Clock Tower Prison is our auto win if this actually resolves. Gateway to Dark World is fantastic because it just allows us to summon more. 2 Grand Convergence are board white paired with Macrocosmos, and 1 Mausoleum. I'm not playing a ton of tributes, but I have enough where this could just be a way to stick a big guy on the board and regain control of the field. Then for traps, Chthonian Blast is pretty good removal. Can't really complain there. 2 Destiny Signal just to keep board presence. A Dimension Wall just to humiliate Robert, in all honesty. Force Back is good if we're already ahead on tempo. This might just seal up a game. Karma Cut's like some of the best removal we could have gotten, so very happy to see this. The Macro and 2 Kurogane. This card's kind of neat. You tribute an Earth and target a level 4 lower Earth Engrave, special summon that target. So the theory is we have a lot of Earths, so if we can get back a Lele, then on our turn, if we normal summon the Aelin, we then have the combo to make Lele never switch to defense. Now, obviously, this is vulnerable to some removal, but if Robert doesn't really have a way to deal with this, this is just as good as a tribute monster in my eyes, so I figured we'd give it a shot. While we do have a lot of extra deck monsters, we're not going to be playing any of them, sadly. We didn't get any of the requisite materials. The side deck, 2 Anteater Eating Ant. If Robert pulled Clock Tower Prison, we need an out, and this is probably one of the best ones we have. 2 Destiny Hero Defender. This card has outs this time around, so I'm not convinced this card is that good, but 2700 is still a big ass. Then we have 2 W-Wing Catapult and a V Tiger Jet. Really wish I saw more of this because we do have the Tiger Catapult, but with 1 and 2, it's not super likely to come up. 2 Jerry Beans Man in case we need some more just beaters, and it's also Earth for the Kurogane thing. 2 System Down if Robert's very heavy on machine, we can blow him out with this. 2 Conscription. This card's very high rolly, but it could be very funny if I identify Robert's on a monster heavy deck. A Malfunction, which actually won us a game before, so I actually have more respect for this card, and a non-fusion area in case he's up to any fusion shenanigans. Guys, I can't wait to see how this one's going to go. I think this is going to be a breath of fresh air from the miserable hell of GX we've been through so far. There seems to be a higher degree of play here, but obviously that's just on the surface. Guys, I cannot wait to see how this one's going to go, so let's not make you wait any longer. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to duel. Oh, Robert, I cannot tell you how relieved I am to be in a non-core GX set. Now, this is still like an amalgamation of GX sets, but I think, and you might agree with me here, that this is definitely better than what we've been experiencing lately.
Yeah, I will say it is definitely better than Power of the Duelist, better than Enemy of Justice, and better than
is
Elemental
better than
Energy.
Power of the Duelist, Robert.
Bet you
Anything
think so.
is better.
I bet
yes.
you feel that way. Yeah, it was definitely a parade of all of GX's greatest hits.
I never want to see, look, or hear anything having to do with fucking Alien Mother, Bite-Lon. None. I never want to just get it all away from me. I'm grateful for Future Fusion. Thank you, Power of the Duelist. Everything else can just die. I have a newfound hatred for that set. Not just because you won, spoiler, but that set was a disaster.
That set was terrible.
That was awful. I'm excited, though. There was some stuff to talk about here, so I think we should just get into it and see how it's going to go. Shout out to Patreon. It is Helios515. Thank you for the support. What are you doing, buddy?
Hey!
Ooh, okay. All right. Fair game. Fair game.
Right.
You're on your win streak, so I guess that's carrying through to your rock, paper, scissors. Ooh, someone loaded up their fusion deck for this episode.
Oh, yeah, definitely did. All right. Let's see how I open. I opened probably god-awfully. Let's see. Draw for turn.
Maybe that'll help you.
It could be worse, I'll tell you that. I am going to start off by normal summoning a Sabersaurus. As I said,
hey, he's pretty
worse.
big.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think the play is to set 1 and set and end my turn.
There's actually some reasonable back row this time around.
There is.
So it'll be interesting to see how we navigate this. Okay, well, I'm going to go to main 1 here, and let's go ahead and normal summon ourselves Lele.
He's a card. Yep.
He is. Question is, do I want to attack into 2 back row, or do I just want to wall up? And I think the answer to that is I'm going to chicken out and just set 1 and pass.
Okay. During the end phase, I'm going to use Shattered Axe on Lele.
Oh my god. Oh, should have attacked.
Yeah, I guess you should have attacked. Exactly. And let's see. Do I want to activate something else right now? Oh, sure.
I preemptively put the counter on.
Let's live it large. Let's go for conscription.
Wow.
Let's see what we can get.
Now this is interesting. I did talk about this a bit in the opening. So how lucky you feeling, buddy? How lucky you feeling?
I had the feeling you came prepared for this card. We'll see what I get off of it.
Please whiff. Please whiff.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Could be worse.
I mean, if you have Lele, this is very bad. But if it's anything else, that's probably the best case scenario. Could have been for
probably. Okay. Let's draw for turn. Ooh.
If it hits a monster, obviously the best case scenario is you don't get anything.
Well, buddy, ask and ye shall receive. I top decked Indomitable Fighter.
Let's go! Unbelievable.
And I will just declare the effect of Protective Soul Aelin. And
I bet you
move her over to defend her good friend. Their good friend? That is a strange ethereal being. Okay. Let's just get this party started. I am going to start off by attacking with my Lele here.
Okay, so I'm going to take 5 here.
Yeah. And he goes to defense. And then I will attack in with Sabersaurus.
Don't forget your Shattered Axe is gone.
Yep. And then main phase 2, I will use Aelin to switch him right back. Okay. And
sick.
Also, yeah, it's a pretty good combo. I'm going to, in the main phase 2, set a back row, and I am going to end my turn.
All right, let's draw. Boy, I wish you would have hit that off of conscription, but you didn't. Great. What do we do now? Well, it's kind of a cool play, so let's give it a shot. Okay. I'm going to run out Cyber Gymnast.
Oh, okay.
And I will use the effect. Let's get rid of this fucking Bite-Lon. Go for your Sabersaurus.
Okay, there it goes.
And I will set a card. And obviously, I'm not attacking here, so go ahead.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay, all right. That's an okay card off the top. Oh, I know exactly what you were saying was a good play. Well, let's make it happen. Gonna go into battle phase, and I will tack in with Lele.
What do you think the good play is here, buddy?
I think it is that you use Kurogane to tribute Cyber Gymnast and bring back your own Indomitable Fighter Lele.
Correct. Would you like to redeclare?
That's a really interesting question, because if I do, I crash, but Lele goes to defense, which is not ideal for me. Do I have another way to deal with that? I do have another way to deal with that, actually. Main phase 2, I have not normal summoned this turn, so I'm actually just going to normal summon my own Cyber Gymnast.
Ooh, okay.
And I will declare her, I'm going to discard a hero kid to target Lele.
Back on the fucking hero kids. Sure, it's fine.
What can I say? We need all the pluses we can get this format.
I guess.
I will end my turn on that.
Okay. Interesting position we find ourselves in here. I'll go to main 1.
For the comments, I will use Lele's effect to shift it to defense and then use Aelin to shift it to attack. There you go.
Yeah, buddy.
Commenters.
Don't forget. This is actually a rather interesting position here with one card in particular. You have 2 back row, though, so there's no way this is going to work. I think I have to try because it's too good not to. I'm going to normal summon Gyroid.
Okay.
Battle, I'm going to run into Miracle Kids.
That is fine, I think. I don't know, you'll still have Spiritual Wind Art available to you, which is suboptimal for me. I think if I let it go, it can't be destroyed by battle once per turn, so that wouldn't help me that much, would it?
You can get the damage in.
Actually, this seems like a really terrible idea, but
I'm all for terrible ideas,
damage
buddy.
step, I do activate Miracle Kids here, and I have reasoning for this, but, you know,
okay,
it seems
so
like
I go down to
idea.
6. I take 2.
Yep.
I don't die.
That's true.
I think this is fine because your plan is most likely to just kill it off with Gymnast, so
Yeah.
I'll just pass.
I'll draw for turn, and main phase 1, let's force out that Spiritual Wind Art that you have in hand, or on field.
Gyroid down.
Ooh, that's pretty good for me. Okay, I am going to switch Cyber Gymnast to defense, activating your guard penalty, of course. And
Coward.
let's go into battle phase, and I will attack in with Lele.
The 23.
You will go to defense, and then in the main phase 2, we'll use Protective Soul Aelin to bring it back to attack, and it's your go.
Let me point something out about Cyber Gymnast that just occurred to me. This card is a common that discards a card to target a face-up attack position monster and destroy it. Cards like Armed Dragon and Thunder Giant require you to discard specifically a monster for the same effect, but in some instances has to be less or greater than attack.
That's true.
Hilarious.
It is really funny that they just printed a common normal summonable that is better across the board.
Wild. I guess that's what happens when you get to GX. Okay. I'm going to set 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to set another and pass the turn.
Okay. I'll draw for turn. That's an interesting one. A little bit wish I still had that. Is there really any reason for me not to right now? Seems pretty solid. Seems pretty good. Yeah, let's go for it. I am actually going to tribute my Cyber Gymnast for Gold Woo Lord of Dark World.
Ooh. That's problem.
Pretty beef.
I think I have to forced back this, actually.
Okay, yeah, that sucks for me. But, you know, let's go to battle phase. And I'll attack into your face down monster.
Sadly, my fearmonger with no targets.
Yeah,
But
and Lele
I didn't
goes to
know if I was going to
defense.
be dying that turn.
Main phase 2, back to attack with Lele, and I will end my turn.
I have outs. Go ahead.
I'll draw for turn. Oh, that's an interesting card. Darn, that doesn't do the thing I want it to do. But, you know, Lele will do what I want him to do. Let's get in.
Karma
There's
cut.
the karma cut. Okay. Yep.
I said I had outs.
You did have outs. They were there. There goes Lele and Protective Soul Aelin. I do not have another Lele in grave. Main phase 2. I will set a back row and end my turn.
Plays around Aelin, too. Normal area.
That's fine.
Try to hit.
I will take the 1850, and then
got something?
I will activate Damage Condenser.
Wow. Pulled the damage condenser in like 6 packs. Yeah, fine.
This makes up for a lot of other deeply terrible things that I pulled. Let's see. Off of that, I could get Cyber Gymnast. That doesn't seem terrible. I'm just going to get myself a Familiar Possessed Win.
I will pass the turn.
Okay, draw for turn. Give me a monster. Oh my god! I'm so angry right now, Alex. I'm so mad. Holy fuck!
Good. This is how I felt last episode.
Oh.
Feel the rage, Robert. Feel the rage.
This is just an endless conga line of disappointment.
That's what you came for when you signed up for this series.
God, that is so phenomenally bad. I
Just crash,
have to
buddy.
Crash? Do I really just have to crash? No. Genre
It's like elemental energy all over again.
I will let you go.
Such a coward. All right. Drillroid. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's hit.
Okay, that's fine.
Cool. 16.
I will take 1600.
And I will pass. Somehow still in this.
Draw for turn. Wow, that is terrible. I will set a card and I will end my turn.
Oh, that's great for me.
Yeah.
Hit another 16.
I will take 1600.
Okay. Second main, I'm going to set one and pass.
Excellent. Draw for turn. Well, you know, sometimes you draw your own Drillroid.
Shit. Now, what do you attack here, buddy?
I'm going to attack your face down monster.
Yeah, that's right. I was trying to beat you.
Your go.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on a second.
What?
Does Drillroid trigger the Sand Moth? It's destroyed and sent to grave except by battle while it was face down because it kills it before damage calc.
It's before damage calculation, not before damage step. And the very first thing that happens in damage step is it flips face up.
Fine.
That would have been hilarious.
I thought we were going to actually see Sand Moth resolve
I would have been
for once in Yu-Gi-Oh's history.
I would have been an unhappy camper if it didn't.
Yeah.
That way.
Okay. I think I have to go for this. I'm going to sack Drillroid for Swift Bird Mojo.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. No fucking forced back, thank
I'll
God.
take the 700 here. Not
And
looking
we'll
good.
pass.
Okay, draw for turn.
I don't know how I'm going to walk with this. There's no way.
Oh my God. I will tell you how you walk with it. I will tell you exactly how you walked with it after this game is over.
I don't think I commit more, so let's see what you got.
I have to try for it.
Oh my God. Please whiff.
All right.
Please fucking whiff. Let's go. Let's go. Conscription.
No!
Let's go!
Is there anything I can do about it? No, there isn't. I'll admit defeat.
Hit concede, buddy.
Oh
Game
my
2.
God.
Let's go.
Oh, that series of draws was brutal. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I would say it can't get better than that, but I know not to tempt fate.
I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. You're just playing against the greatest Yu-Gi-Oh player to ever grace this earth, so... You know,
Running
that's
the
how it goes
greatest deck
sometimes.
ever played.
Yep,
Okay,
exactly.
Main one, let's draw for turn. Incredible stuff right there. Let's start by normal summoning Shure, Knight of Dark World.
Hell yeah.
And setting a back row and letting you go.
All right, we will draw. Let's run out familiar possessed area.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you have a monster with 50
attack.
more attack. Yep.
Elemental energy was good for one thing, at least.
All right, I will take the 50 damage.
And you'll like it. I will set a card and throw it to you.
I'm not so sure about the liking it part. Let's see.
I just fueled your gateway to Dark World, buddy. I don't know what you're complaining about.
You did. Let's... Oh, that is far too many minuses in one turn.
That sounds like the correct play if I ever heard.
I'm sure you think so. I could play the game. We shall see. Yeah,
I don't know, buddy. Your track record on playing these games hasn't been too great.
No, it has not. This deck is so bad. I'm going to activate conscription. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's try for it. All right.
Go. All right. We are 50%. Let's see if we can up our win rate here.
Oh my God!
The same card!
The exact same card. I'm so mad. Okay. God.
Well, that's a series of minuses. Would you like to keep going, sir?
That's a great question. Dear God.
I imagine the series of minuses continues with a normal summon of Cyber Gymnast.
Sorry, my hand is just like as bad as it could have gotten. Let's see. I have to make a number of decisions and possibly rethink a number of things in my life.
That's what GX will do to you.
You're not wrong. All right. Oh, that's such a bad play. If you just have like a... God, I hate this. Okay, yeah, it is Cyber Gymnast.
I knew it. I knew it.
And we are going to declare Cyber Gymnast, and we are going to discard Mr. MBT.
Okay, sure.
And let's just swing in for 8.
All right.
Main 2, let's set a back row, and it is your go.
See what we can do about it. I'll draw. Ah, yes. Your Zur has fallen, but mine has risen.
All right, I'll
Attack my
take the grand.
fiend. Sure. Then second main, after you take that, I will set a card that could be literally anything, and I will pass the turn.
No, okay, I'll draw for turn. That's interesting. It's not good, but it is interesting. I have to go for it. Here we go again. Let's play the game.
Oh my god.
I'm sure that
animal.
you are running too few monsters for this to be good. I'm sure you saw it coming, but there were just not enough good cards available to me for me to not play this card. All right.
Buddy,
Yeah.
how does it feel knowing that you're playing against the protagonist who everything always plays in his phone?
What was that? Huh? What did I just hear there, Alex?
That was like the worst. I was hyping it up so much. I'm like, I was convinced you were going to whip here. And you got a Lele on top of it,
I
too.
did get
Disgusting.
a Lele. It's not bad. Okay. All right. God, if it happens to me again, if I do this and it happens to me again, I'm going to be so mad. Do I just have to try for it?
Let me guess. You're thinking of sacking for gold or a tribute monster and
Oh.
possibly running into a little card called Forced Back.
No, my plan is much worse than that.
Oh.
I may have to look up a card and read it before I decide if this is as god awful as I think it is.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Oh, thank God. Okay. And so the chances that I get utterly devastated by this move are lower than I thought they were. It's still a bad move. I will tell you that. I am going to set a card. And I am going to send both of them to the graveyard for anteater eating ants. We are going to declare its effect, and we're going to target that new back row of yours.
It was the dimension wall.
Okay. And I think with that, because Lele has to wait 2 turns, which is
a lot.
Really terrible for me. I am going to end on that.
Interesting. All right, I'll draw. Oh. Oh, that's like the best draw in my deck. There are a couple ways to do this. I think I do the play that's less bad. I'm going to sack for Saber Beetle.
Ooh, yeah?
I'm going to hit over your Anteater eating ant.
Okay, I will take the 400.
And then second main, I think I'm chilling. Go
I
ahead.
am in so much trouble right now.
At least you didn't attack with the Lele.
No. Oh, no. I'm going to set a card and I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. We'll draw. Could be a handful of things. I can't particularly capitalize on the board right now, as much as I would like to anyway. I could if I want to put myself in a bit of a vulnerable position, and I'm not sure I like that idea.
It's a terrible idea.
What else could you possibly have? I'm going to do some math. That might be worth it. Okay, I'm going to roll the dice a little bit. I'm going to activate Mausoleum.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
I'm going to pay a stack for Swift Birdman Joe.
Okay.
Battle, let's hit with the Saber Beetle.
Okay, I will take 100.
And we'll go 23 to the dome.
I will take 2,300.
And second main, I'm going to set 1 and
Okay.
throw it to you.
Draw for turn.
I forgot that was my Lele.
Yo, that actually worked out great for me. Thank you very
Oh,
much, Alex.
fuck.
I will pay a
Fuck!
stack. I will normal summon a bite lawn.
Oh my god. Like, what are the chances of that? One draw and you were dead. Oh my god.
I'll attack into the Joe.
Yeah, so I'll take 100
Spiritual
here.
wind dart me, asshole.
I have Destiny Signal,
Oh,
actually.
okay. All right.
Which is actually much worse because I guess we get fucking Doom Lord.
Okay.
Something.
I'll end my turn.
All right, let's draw. That's fine. Okay, so I could potentially crash our 24s, and then Doom Lord could hit for 6. That sounds awful.
Incredible.
I could Doom Lord your Bitelon, not attack, and then you're just top decking again, which is probably the smarter move. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay.
So we'll get him out of here.
All right. There he goes.
And I think I'm going to set 1 and throw it to you.
Okay. I have 2 of your standby phases, right? Before Bitelon comes
Correct.
back? Or 1 and then it comes back?
It's 2 standby phases during my second standby phase after activation.
Okay, I'll draw for turn. That genuinely could be worse. I am going to... Yeah, let's special summon a Cyber Dragon.
Wow, that's the first time we've seen him. Okay,
yeah,
sure.
it is. I will go into battle, and I'll swing into your face down.
Oh, this actually, I think, sets me up pretty well here. In response, I will Kurogane, tributing my sand moth.
Okay.
We're going to bring out the Lele.
That's not ideal.
Would you like to redeclare?
I will redeclare into the Doom Lord.
Sure, makes sense.
Okay, I will end my turn.
Okay, I'll drop. Standby, that is turn uno on the Doom Lord. Go to main 1. Let's see. So this is 300. That puts you at 2850. So you're not dead here unless I summon this Drillroid. So let's see if we can clean it up.
All right, I will take 300.
How about 16?
I will take 1600.
23?
And it is all you.
Oh, God, you had me scared. What was it? What was the set?
It was Miracle Kids.
I figured there was an opportunity, I think, for that to actually, like, if it were Miracle Kids, you would have used it. So I was thinking that's what it was. But yeah.
That was rough.
Right.
I drew
What were you pissed about? I need to know.
So I drew Dark World Dealings, and I discarded off of Cyber Gymnast because, like, that was obviously the play at the time. I drew into gold, right? After I used the Dark World Dealings. I tribute summoned the gold, and it got sent back, and I was like, that's A-okay. And then I discarded the gold again, and the turn after that, I drew my second Dark World Dealings off the top with nothing in hand.
You got 2 Dark World Dealings? Holy shit.
Or not Dark World Dealings, Dark World Lightning.
Oh, Lightning. Okay, I was about to say, 2 Dealings? That's crazy.
Dealings would have been nuts out. No, I don't even think it came out in that set. Anyway.
Oh, did it not? Oh,
I don't think so. Anyway, I drew into my second Dark World Lightning immediately after. And this hand was just like a conglomeration of all the worst things I could have opened with. Give it to me straight. How many monsters were you running in the main deck?
I did have more monsters and spells and traps, and you were actually more favored this game to hit conscription because I had my hand, like when you were firing these, I had like the after the dimension wall, I had that, the Destiny Signal, the Kurogane. I have a Grand Convergence in hand too, and Mausoleum. So like I had a fair bit of spells and traps already out of the deck. So the likelihood of you hitting a monster was a lot higher this time around. So the one whiff, unfortunately, was pretty bad. But, that's conscription.
Sometimes that's conscription. Yeah, I did not get much in the way of back row. You got a Grand Convergence. I didn't pull a single Grand Convergence, I think. I also did not pull Karma Cut. Which was rough. A little rough. My monster lineup was solid across the board. I got all of my basics, my Leles, my Drillroids, my Steamroids, things like that. And obvious, like, I got gold, but my back row was all negs across the board. I did not have a decent. I had Forced Back was probably the best back row I got. But I do have a strategy in the side deck that I opted not to bring in for game 2. But I think for the fans, it may be worthwhile for me to try for it in a game 3. What do you think, buddy?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm down. Let's see what you're up to.
This strategy is almost certainly worse than what I already had, which was already pretty terrible. But
which was still considerably better than the last 3 episodes we played. So
that is true.
Relativity, my friend, relativity.
Let's see. I will go first for this.
Okay, fast
just for the better chance that it works out for me. Okay, let's go for this. Already starting off terribly.
Fantastic.
In game number 3. Wow, this could not have been any worse. I am going to set 1 monster, and I am going to set 2 back row, and it is your go.
That doesn't seem that bad to me, buddy. That seems pretty okay, but let's see.
Your go. I mean, it's really a matter of quality rather than quantity.
Drillroid, hit in.
Oh, it is a hero kid. Congratulations. All right,
that was the biggest fucking bait of my life. I will also set 2 and pass.
Okay, sounds good. Draw for turn.
I'm like, this is a Sand Moth, Cyber Gymnast. Drillroid kills all of them. I mean, I did kill the hero kid.
Wow,
but
I cannot draw monsters, can I? Wow, this is just... Woo! This is bad.
Great strat you got over there. Normal Hita.
So far, of the cards I've drawn, it is the exact same strat that I had game 1 and 2.
Excellent.
All right. I will take... All right. Let's see.
Go to main 2. I'll set another one. Go ahead.
Okay, let's draw for turn. Finally, a monster. I am going to normal summon myself a familiar possessed win.
Sure.
Okay, let's go into battle phase. Let's try to get in over that Drillroid.
He's down, so I take 250 from this.
Yeah. Main 2, I will set a back row, and it is your go.
We'll draw, we'll set, and we'll pass.
Okay, let's draw for turn. Okay, yeah, that seems all right. Ooh, okay. The question is, do I hold on for it for the potential? Yeah, I got it. Okay, so we are actually going to activate an H-heated heart targeting my win.
Ooh, okay, sure.
Yeah. I'm going to go into battle, and I'm going to attack into your Hita.
Sucks it's gonna get karma cut.
That really does suck. You were not wrong about that. Actually, I am actually going to chain to that karma cut with a spiritual wind dart.
Ah, okay. What would you like to put
and-
on the bottom of my deck?
I will tribute, and I'm going to put back your Hita.
To the bottom she goes.
Main phase 2, I will normal summon Elemental Hero Wildheart.
Okay.
And on that mysterious note, I will pass turn.
I will set and pass. Go ahead.
Excellent. I will draw for turn. That's hilarious. I am going to, what's the worst that could happen? I'm going to attack in with Wildheart.
It is a sand moth. Take your 500.
I will. Your go.
We'll draw. Run out Zur.
Okie dokie.
Run into your hero, kids.
Proceed to damage step.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Zur down. Go.
You will take 100
Oh, sorry,
whole points
sir.
of
Sorry, I
damage.
need to take my 100.
It's very
I'm currently very
important.
bad
All
at
right.
that.
Draw for turn. Oh, man, you really don't want me to use the good strategy. And by the good strategy, I mean objectively the terrible strategy here. No, we have to try for it. I will end my turn here.
Okay. We'll draw.
Okay. All right.
Well, I guess I'm not in much of a rush, so I'll pass.
Okay, I'll draw for turn. That is something. That does give me a way back into it, if absolutely needs be. It does feel like kind of betraying myself, but, sometimes you have to make sacrifices for the greater good. Unless that card face down that you have is a force back, in which case I am in a lot of trouble. I'm actually set a back row, and I will end my turn on that.
All right.
Bring it on, buddy.
We'll draw. Let's go for
Cool.
the win.
For the win, indeed.
Battle. Let's hit in.
Okay, proceed to damage step.
Miracle Kids 2, are you fucking with me?
Miracle Kids 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Christ, I only take 50 this time. I guess that's a relief.
It is.
Go.
Okay, draw for turn. You're really determined to make sure that I don't have any fun this game. That's okay. I will tribute summon a Bitelon. Show me the force back.
Bitelon is fine.
Okay, let's go into battle phase. Let's swing in with the Bitelon.
So I'll take 4 here. I think I'm going to Destiny Signal.
Okie dokie.
Let's get our good old friend Doomlord.
Sounds Gucci. I will end my turn on that.
We'll draw. Doomlord effect. Let's get him out.
There he goes.
And we'll set 1 and throw to you.
Okay, let's draw for turn. Okay, that's actually a pretty decent card under these circumstances. I'm going to normal summon myself. I'm going to normal summon a Sabersaurus.
Sure.
Let's go into battle phase. I will attack into Doomlord.
Doomlord down.
Okay, I will end my turn.
Let's draw. You're so fucked, buddy. I'll
am
put
I?
a standby phase. I'll go ahead and count 1 for Doomlord.
Very important. Very important.
I will activate the greatest card in Duel Monsters, known as Clock Tower Prison.
Oh no! Oh, that's about as bad as it comes. Yep, that is not good.
I'm just gonna pass. I'm good. I just gotta live 4 turns.
That's hilarious. Oh, that does open up the possibility for another really bad play. And I'm a big fan of really bad plays, as I'm sure you could tell from the episode so far. Let's just go to battle phase and get into that monster.
Pound sand,
2,000 defender. Okay. Whoops, I am not taking 1,000 damage off that. I will take 100, and it is all you, boo.
Okay, stand by. Your Bitelon comes back. I get a counter on this thing. Main 1. Now we find ourselves in a bit of a predicament. I'm going to pass.
All right. Draw for turn. That's really not something I needed it to be. Okay. What do I have going for me here? I have some big ass monsters going for me. Let's attack into the
That you do. Take 4.
Okay, I will attack in directly with Sabersaurus.
19.
Okay, main phase 2. I will set a back row and I will end my turn.
We'll draw. We'll set. We will set. Pass to you.
Okay, I will draw for turn.
Oh, clock tower's up to 2.
It is up to 2. Okay, that's not terrible. What do I have? Let's see. Just ignore what I'm doing right now. It's not important. Oh, that's pretty sick. That's pretty good. Could be worse. Main phase 1.
Sure.
Put some bait into play, shall we?
Oh my
Go
god.
for Submarine-roid.
Sure.
What's the optimal way to do this? I think I attack directly with the Submarine-roid first.
I'll take 8.
Okay, and then I'll change it to defense position. And then I will attack in with Bitelon.
Take 9. It was an area.
Okay, and I will attack directly with Sabersaurus.
19. Life's getting low.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't even my new strategy. This is just my old strategy drawing decently.
Hey.
Oh, you fool. That is exactly what I wanted you to do. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Excellent. I'll set and I'll pass. If I can survive this turn, I might win the game.
Okay. GLHF with that. Let's start off with a normal summoned Cyber Gymnast.
Oh, God. Yeah. That's fine.
Okay, let's declare Cyber Gymnast sending Elemental Hero Neos.
Okay, that's fine. Thinking here.
Okay.
Proceed.
Okay. O over Soul, targeting Elemental Hero Neos.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, let's get the boy. No, we're not going. Fine, whatever, Dueling Book. I will move him to the Spell and Trap card zone. There we go. Crystal Beast, Elemental Hero Neos.
Don't give the GX people any more ideas. Elemental Hero Crystal Neos coming in hot.
Let's go in with Neos?
There's one way I survive this, but I don't even know if it's actually a way to survive this.
Okay. Oh! It comes down to this.
The question is, do you play anything bigger than 25? Because, like, you could still just crash.
Oh, shit. I play one thing bigger than 25.
Do you really?
I don't remember if I cited it in, but I do play one thing bigger than 25.
All right, I'm the greatest fucking Yu-Gi-Oh player ever if I hit this right now.
You are the worst fucking Yu-Gi-Oh player ever created.
For whom the bell tolls, it tolls for me. Good game. My back row was, I had Gateway to Dark World, and you can't summon other monsters. So, like, let's just go back to the game here. Yeah, so you can't summon other monsters, so I couldn't have, like, another defender. And then I had Kurogane, so I was, like, thinking if there was anything I could do with that. And then the last card was Chthonian Blast, which you conveniently summoned a Cyber Gymnast for, which was quite annoying.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so, like,
I also did not pull that card. Fun fact.
I just pulled one, so it wasn't that
excellent.
great. But, okay, what was the strat?
So, you saw almost all the cards for it. I was holding in hand a Polymerization and a face-down Kurogane because I was playing Necroid Shaman in the extra deck.
Hell yeah.
And I brought in the Submarine-roid for one reason and one reason only.
Shut up.
To fusion
you were not playing
using Steamroid and Drillroid into Super Viacroid Jumbo Drill.
I pulled this too, but I didn't pull Steamroid, so I didn't pull Submarine-roid either, but that's hysterical that you actually got it.
I also got a Phoenix Enforcer. I was very disappointed that I did not also get a Shining Phoenix Enforcer so I could run Sparkman. But yeah, I was just like, I had a 14-card basically smokescreen side deck.
Hilarious.
Into Elemental Hero Fusions if I saw you playing Mausoleum of the Emperor so I could validate my plan to run Neos.
That'd be pretty sick. I also pulled Phoenix Enforcer, but I just thought there's no way Fusion's viable this episode. It didn't seem like the cards were just positioned correctly. Except
you were right. It was not.
I pulled Cyber Twin Dragon.
Holy shit.
And we already were gifted a Cyber Dragon, right?
Yep.
Unfortunately, I did not pull another. I pulled a Proto Cyber Dragon. So for a second, I thought...
You were like,
how much of a pipe dream do I want? How much of a pipe dream is it if this actually comes to fruition? And obviously, I opted not to do that. I also got you saw the Clock Tower Prison. I think that was the only other thing you really didn't see from my deck, and you beat it. You beat the clock quite literally.
I did. I beat the clock. Your pulls were nutty.
My pulls are pretty good. Yeah, I mean, you have the righteous. There's like outs to Clock Tower Prison in this format, but they're few and far between, and you also have to be playing them too. So I'm like, all right, if I get it and I can stick it. I saw you had Anteater eating out. I'm like, fuck, am I gonna lose because of this card? So
no, I was going to lose because of that card.
Correct. That's true.
It's such a bad card.
So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another episode. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons as always. So big shout to Shout1317, Moto, Cameron Smith, SJ Winchester, Kanak, Meatball, Ian, Musa, Team00x3, Ika, Iron Fang, Part 2, Pony Stark, Dan the Med, Hoban, Synchro Guy, Ole, Yusuf Asin 05, MBT, Play Medolce, Mystic Walk, I Ship MBT and Simo, Cole T, Draconic, Rockside, Dollar Up, Logan Thomas, Peter Gregory, Thomas Selson, Jordan Coons, Kelvin, Iron Blazon, Pure Ace, Jesse Wood, True Nerdgasm, Brother Paul, Chris, Ho, David Liu, Ruxin's Horny Fan, Skyrose, Dylan Hunter, John 2 Base, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Dacer, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Ashlyn Jensen, Give Me Speedwood or Give Me Death. Seriously, guys, please read your cards. TC Gaming, thanks for the sleeves, Dad. Matthew Brady, Max, MBT Bathwater Vendor, Tom Russell, why read your cards when you can just click buttons? Band Snatch Shield for Prague 2021, Omar, Paint French Girls like one of your MBTs, Black Acre, the entire state of Indiana, D's cards, We Are Not the Same, You Drink Flat Tummy Tea, I Drink M Bussy Tea, MBT fans scare me more than COVID, Simping for Simo, Abbott YGO, Ethan Steele, and Horny Bonking MBT fans. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.